Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, join the family and subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. I have been so incredibly busy since the last time I filmed, and I wanted to share a little bit of what's been going on. So since then, we have celebrated Kinley's 3rd birthday. That was so much fun. We also enjoyed a Christmas break, and we started remodeling our house. I will share more details about that probably in some other videos. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, make sure and comment below and let me know. I've also really been able to grow my business, and you guys, when COVID hit, it definitely affected my business and things really slowed down for a good little bit. However, over this past year, I have actually been able to grow my business and get some really amazing new clients on. For those of you who aren't aware, I do marketing and design work, and that allows me to do what I love and also be there with my children at the house. So it's really worked out really great, and I could not be more thankful for the clients that I've been able to bring on into this new year. So thankful. 2020, honestly, as difficult as it has not been my worst year yet. Just know that it's gonna get better, and we're gonna get through this together. Last but not least, we have officially announced that we are expecting, and I am so thrilled and so excited about this. It was a planned pregnancy, and I am feeling so good, and I'm so excited. Right now I am 25 weeks along, and I definitely have a belly to show for it. I am somebody who looks super pregnant, and I carry a lot of pregnancy weight. So the baby bump is here. It's been here for a little bit, and you know, it is what it is. I am so thrilled to be a mom and have a new addition to the family, so I'm not too concerned about it. I'll just go ahead and show you the little bump. Well, the big bump. Here is the pregnant belly. I know that's not really the best shot. So that was my pregnancy belly. It actually looks so much bigger in person. It's actually huge. But you know, that's part of the process, so it's not killing my vibe. On today's video, what I want to do is just take y'all behind the scenes of this incredible journey and our pregnancy announcement, and just share some of those intimate moments that my family has had in learning and finding out about the pregnancy, and kind of talking a little bit about the journey and where we are and the full circle that this new child in our life has brought about. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in watching, just keep following along, and I'll see you in a sec. To buy myself a little bit of time so I can get a t-shirt on that has like best sister on it for Kinley. I just picked that up from Carter's today when I was out and about in town, and yeah, so I plan on putting her in that and giving her like a pregnancy stick and handing that to her dad and
Go get him.
He's over here.
That's yours.
Mine? You gonna be a big sister? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You excited?
Awesome.
And show him your shirt. Say, I'm big sister.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. High five.
I hope you enjoyed that clip of Aaron finding out about the baby. It was just a sweet and precious moment for us. I'll share a little bit of the backstory. As far as finding out that I was pregnant, I'm somebody who can really tell if I'm pregnant. I know that seems like so weird. I've just been able to pick up little hints and clues with my body that would indicate that I was pregnant, and I'll take a test and then I find out and it's super early. This pregnancy has not ended up being different in that case. I actually thought that I may be pregnant because I ate some chocolate candy.
Put them chocolate candy too.
Oh hey, I know.
Please.
I'm just telling a story, baby. I'm not eating chocolate candy. Quiet so I can film.
I'm not going to be quiet. Quiet.
So one of the key indicators for me was the way I felt after I ate some sweets. I ended up having some of those Gardelli dark chocolate salted caramel squares, and if you've had any of those, you know what I'm talking about. They're super delicious and it's hard to stop with just one. And so I had more than one. So I went to town and I had felt so nauseous, and I knew that I had just ate some of that chocolate. Normally it doesn't affect me like that. I just had to get onto my daughter and told her to go play in her room, and of course she's screaming at the top of her lungs. So since my daughter is acting all sorts of cray right now, I am going to have to just pause on recording this video and I'll come back to it later. And I will finish telling you the rest of the story. So I'm back, and let's get back to where we left off. Back to what I was saying. Pretty much I wasn't feeling well, and I knew it had to do with me eating some chocolate. I normally don't feel very bad, or definitely not nauseous after eating chocolate or anything like that. So I knew that was kind of like a red flag or a sign. During my last pregnancy, I ended up getting gestational diabetes, and I know diabetes kind of runs in my family. So I was pretty sure that either this is a sign that I may be getting diabetes, or it was a sign that I could potentially be pregnant. Needless to say, it came up positive. I was really excited. I decided I was going to do things just a little bit different and actually share the news with our families. So I want to put in a few clips here so you can kind of see their reactions.
What does it say? This?
Yes,
We're
what?
gonna have a baby.
Yeah.
You is
Mama,
big
Mama
sister.
gonna have a baby. That's awesome.
Happy sister.
You what? She didn't say I got a baby sister.
She said I'm a big sister.
She said I'm a big sister.
Are you gonna have a brother or sister?
I watch a movie.
No, she wants to watch a movie. Tell Gigi, say I'm gonna be a big sister.
Happy sister.
You're gonna be a big sister. So when is this new edition coming? Gigi's excited.
This pregnancy, I wanted to share it with them earlier. My husband and I, we initially thought that we would kind of take the approach of like, when it happens, it happens. And you know, I thought that you know, after we got married, it would just come about and we would find out that we're expecting, and that really didn't work for us. But we ended up, you know, deciding instead of just waiting on fate to happen, we're going to take matters into our own hands and really just try to make that come about. When we ended up getting pregnant, I was so unbelievably thrilled. I was so excited. You know, I just kind of felt like it was meant to be. The way that I actually found out that I was pregnant the first time was in a dream that I had, and it was a really close friend of mine. She'd passed away with pregnancy complications, and it was the most real dream that I've ever had, and she told me I was pregnant in my dream. That's how I found out that I was pregnant the first time. And I ended up taking a pregnancy test like a day or two after that dream, and it came back that I was pregnant. And I was so excited. You know, I thought like it was so meant to be, like I really wanted this child. And we ended up losing that baby. I had a miscarriage. You know, it was just really hard for an entire year pretty much. Any sort of reference on TV to people being pregnant or expecting, I would just start crying. And you know, I just kind of like lost myself for a good year. At some point I was starting to like move forward from that, and then what would have been the due date of that child was like coming up. I think I was like a week or two away from that due date happening, and I just found myself just kind of falling back into that really low spot and just being so overwhelmed with sadness about the loss of that child. And then we found out that we were expecting Kinley, and she has ended up being above and beyond any of my expectations I could have ever had in life. The reason why I want to share a little bit of that backstory, it was something where we kind of told our parents like after the fact, and you know, that was a really tough conversation to have. It wasn't something where my parents had been along for the journey. I just wanted to make sure that with this pregnancy, that if something were to happen, that I would just have that really close support of my parents and my husband's parents to kind of just be on that journey with us. And if we lost the child, then they would be there and they would understand on a very similar level as we would have experienced. That was, you know, really kind of difficult to share, but I do want to end this on a positive note. And the thing that is so incredible is that first baby that we had lost, the due date was May 11th. And even though it's been about 5 years since we lost that first child, this new pregnancy, I really can just see that things have come full circle in a lot of ways. I found out that I was pregnant with this last baby, and his due date is May 11th as well. They share the same exact due date, and I think that is incredible and so special. That wasn't something that we planned. It just kind of happened. And I think a lot of times in life, you don't even realize what life has in store for us. And, you know, a lot of times things come back in full circle, and that due date and this pregnancy has such a significance and such a deeper meaning behind it. And I am so incredibly blessed. I'm so lucky. And I just wanted to share that. And if you've gone through a similar experience as I have, just know that you're not alone. I know a lot of times in situations such as mine, when you lose your first pregnancy, it's not even something that crosses your mind as a possibility until it happens. Since then, I have connected to so many women. Know that you are not the only one, and that has happened to so many women. This is kind of where I'm going to wrap things up. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about my pregnancy journey. I have a pregnancy condition that I have gotten early on with my last pregnancy with Kinley and with this one again. That kind of makes things a little interesting. Needless to say, this pregnancy is in the middle of a pandemic, so that's a whole other ballgame. Since I've had Kinley, they've come out with the ability to find out your gender from your house with a blood test, and we did that, and I did film it. I would also be interested in sharing maybe how I plan on packing for the hospital this go around, and I want to share my delivery story. I am having a C-section this time. I had one last time, so I can probably tell you a little bit of the differences of having a plain one versus an emergency C-section. So if any of that sounds like something you'd be interested in, be sure to comment below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I hope to catch you next time. Bye.